For this video, I'm going to be showcasing an updated list for the Dominion version of Unite the Houses that I've been playing as of late because I've been tinkering and having a lot of fun with Unite lately, and I know that I did a video a couple of days ago, last week sometime, I forget the exact timing, but it was a Dominion list, but it was in its infancy, and I've been playing a bit more, we've refined it a bit. There are still, I will admit, like some cheeky includes that probably do not belong. Like for example, long term, I do think a Nasi probably comes out, maybe even Immolating Blast. In the Dominion version, for example, I think this is probably just better served as a Debilitate. But honestly, I like leaving it in because the reality is this is kind of like my tilt deck. And what I mean by that is when somebody loses to this, I want them to be really tilted. I want them to lose to Immolating Blast. I want them to lose to Unite the Houses. And I know that's very mean to say, but that's just the reality. I mean, why else do you play Unite the Houses other than to just make somebody be very upset and or go, I don't know what just happened. How did I lose? Anyway, this is the updated list. So, changes. I have kind of lowered the curve a bit, trying to increase my consistency. We've added... I've been through so many versions, so I don't know what was actually even in the last video. We've added cards like Merchant's Camel to make things more consistent as far as digging through our deck. I've taken out the Bringer of Nightmares because they were too high on the curve. However, I did add Jarl and Lanneth as like last minute panic buttons. Originally, I didn't have them included because I felt like they were coming too late. But since then, I've had a lot of games where I've been able to stall pretty well. Until I get to the late game, and then I just am still trying to find a key piece. So Lanneth helps me find Unite and or a color activator if I'm missing it. Jarl is a way that you can generate red. So Dominion technically has access to every color. One of the reasons I didn't include Jarl the first time though is I was trying to set up a scenario where you could do it from hand, because then you can play around control decks. You don't have to have a creature sit on the board and survive for a turn. For example, against something like Tribunal Control, you probably know that's just not going to happen. So I was trying to set up scenarios where you could do it entirely from hand, meaning you find your strength card that costs like 2 or less, and then you can play from hand Battle Reeve, your strength card, and then any of your 4-cost endurance activators along with Unite, and there's nothing they can do. You just played it all from hand and you instantly win, right? So that was the original goal. However, in practice, I've had a lot of scenarios where Jarl has either won me the game or before I put him in would have won me the game. So he now makes the cut. Lanneth makes the cut. I've upped some of the numbers on other things. Again, like Apothecary's up to a 3 of now. And I'm still tweaking it. Like I said, long term, I actually think a Nasi comes out. I was mostly including it because it satisfied 2 colors. However, against aggressive decks, unless they have... their own aggressive card that has like charge and or guard. Like if they have a Candlehearth Brawler or something, then a Nasi can get you a ton of value. But a lot of times a Nasi is not getting me as much value as I would like, so I think she's probably going to end up being cut. And as I said, if I was trying to be a little less memey, I think this probably is better served as a Debilitate, just so you have, you know, even one more sweeper, or you could just turn a Nasi into the Debilitate as well. The rest, I think, has actually been working overall pretty well. I wouldn't mind fitting in either like Reverberating Strike or a Channeled Storm, some more early removals, things like that. But anyway, this is the list. We're going to do what we do. Take it on the ladder. Play 2 games. Win or lose. Hopefully wins. And see how it goes. Between my stream and recording and whatever, I've actually been climbing with Unite the Houses decks. I know that sounds really weird. It's not something I thought I would say out loud, but they have not been as terrible as I thought they would be. So we're up against Scout. Now this is interesting because we don't have strength on the other side of the board. So typically, a lot of the value... I actually don't think we keep any of this because I don't know what we're up against. A lot of the value you get out of this deck comes from Shadowfoot and Pickpocket, because you can get strength from your opponent, and there are a large number of people playing strength-based decks on the ladder. Naturally, of course, I run into somebody not on one.
I slay the unworthy.
But we'll do our best here. Sure. They'll get the rally, but we'll try to slow them down. So we did find our Unite. That's really nice. This is something that has the ability to give us endurance, so that's kind of nice. So really now we're just on the hunt for strength-based cards. But I think for now, we'll try to slow down the board development first. And play stuff like this maybe on this following turn. Because honestly, those assassins could be in aggressive lists, in control lists. We kind of don't know, so... Alright, well, a Mammoth. Mammoth says an awful lot about the kind of list they're potentially playing. Let's see what this gives us. There's a strength card. Ho, ho, ho. Then we'll just play this to kind of play defense a bit. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. So we have strength, we have something that can give us endurance. We have blue and green covered. We need willpower now, basically.
Feel the Night Mother's love.
Hey now. No. How dare you? How dare you? I think we do this. And let's go ahead and play this as well. This is a cheaper strength card. Though the Gambler is tempting. This is actually a tough call. So like next turn we're looking at likely trying to develop this and this together. But we do already have a strength card. Whereas the Gambler might give us the opportunity to draw cards. I think actually we take the Gambler here. This is a bit of a tough call. I could see that going either way. They do seem pretty intent on keeping my board clear. See what this gets us first. So there's another source of green, so we're fine there. Let's just go ahead and use this to cycle. Alright. Well, power green. This is green, so we don't really care if that dies. As long as they don't play like a Shadowfen on it. But honestly, like if they Shadowfen that, then... You know? Alright, alright, that's good. We just need 3 more Magicka. Or 2 turns with things not dying. So we're in an interesting spot here.
I will cut
So we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this over here. We're gonna put this here, but give it cover as well. Just because if they do charge into this endurance card, then we can maybe trade in this capacity. But as of right now, we have green, blue, black, yellow, and this is gonna be the old Unite the Houses victory. So, right out of the gate, we get it done. It always feels good when that happens, because now no matter what happens in the second game, I've accomplished the thing, I've showed off what the list was supposed to do, because there's always no guarantee whenever you play combo decks that you're going to get to do your combo, right? It always makes me nervous, but we have accomplished it. What else can I say? Nothing. Let's just go ahead and queue up for another game and try to repeat that success. We're gonna be probably upsetting some folks because I'm sure that person thought they had that game pretty well in hand. They had a very good board state, a lot of tempo going in their favor. Didn't look like I was really doing a whole lot. And then they just lost. you know? Alright, now we're up against a real opponent. NRO. Interesting. Alright. Realistically, I should throw one of these moments back for a defensive card, just because we don't have the ring. But we're gonna keep one. I get a feeling we're gonna get smorked pretty hard here and then just die. Like if I'm just being honest here, like this will be a sacrificial lamb to fight for control of the board. Good news is that, I mean, they're running strength, so our pickpocket and Shadowfoot and things like that are a way to potentially give us that red card. But you know, what does that mean? Nothing. If we just die to the speed and might of Crusader, this is very much draw dependent on whether we're in this or not. We have to find Unite and our activators. And if we do that, then we actually have a good shot here, but... Okay. Camel is not what we were looking for. Ice Storm may help, though. Honestly, I think you take the healing potion here. Wow, okay. Think you take the healing potion there.
We press on.
Yeah, raiding party, not exactly a shock.
Let's do this.
I mean, they played this instead of developing the last turn, so you kind of assume. Now the good news is, I mean, we do have this Ice Storm here. That's kind of nice. I think we'll go this route. Wow. Okay. Well, that's kind of good news for us. Right, so that's our cheap red card. We have green. Blue, technically. If we were to hit a Prophecy Willpower card and top deck Unite, we could win on turn 5. So if we hit our Drain creature, we did not, but if we had... Oh, and there's the Unite. So close, but so far. So how do we actually want to handle this? We just needed a cheap willpower creature, but we didn't get it. I mean, we have Ice Storm next turn. We could activate this Moon Moth, but then we don't really have much else in. It would basically require this, so I think our best course of action here is actually a combination of like Healing Potion and Fighter's Guild, along with a trade, maybe? The downside is that takes our blue card off as well, so then we're hunting for something that is blue and whatever. But if we find our Battle Reeve, then we're in a good position. So I think we do this. So now we are also still at a hunt for endurance. That's our other problem. So we do have the Ice Storm here. We survived until that.
We'll rebuild Skyrim into the land she once was.
Alright, so we found our Battle Reeve. That's very, very good for us.
My power is not to be underestimated.
Let's go ahead and do this.
You can tell them you thought of it.
Mostly just to put something in the way. So we have everything but endurance covered now.
The fervor of the wild hunt.
That's a bit of a bummer, but maybe we'll top deck one of our activators. That is not it. Helps us stall a bit, though. I like stalling. But if we can find the Fortress Guard, or a Neophyte, or
Ready to join the circle.
maybe even the skeleton gets us there. Sadly, we found none of those things. So we have a Black Hand Messenger. We have a Lightning Bolt. I have to give this up, I think. As much as I don't want to, I think we need the Drain to survive.
The Black Hand sees all.
So I think it's like this. Like this. And like this. For now. So we still have everything covered as far as our colors by doing it this way that we had with the Battle Reeve on the board.
Come and warm
That's why I did it this particular way. Alright, so we go Wandering Skeleton into Thieves Guild Recruit because it's cheap.
I bark and birth. This is interesting.
Into Nord Firebrand on this, which will give us the Endurance. And then we're just going to go ahead and unite the houses. So that'll be 2 in a row. That is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun, and it's a very satisfying video when you can do it twice. So yesterday's video, we got 2 wins, but only 1 unite. This time, we did, in fact, get both of them, and it actually puts me at the boss battle, so I'm almost to rank 1 in that regard as well. Like I said, I've weirdly been climbing with Unite the Houses decks. I can't explain it, but I have been doing it. So anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Until next time, may you walk on warm sands.